Meantime, this just in, some House conservatives want Boehner out. The National Journal's Tim Alberta exposing now what sounds almost like a coup in the works, or what's going on?
Well, yeah, Neil, it's the beginning of a coup, and obviously, you know, we saw this 15 months ago at the beginning of the 113th Congress, January of last year. We had about a dozen disgruntled conservatives then attempt sort of an 11th hour movement to oust Speaker Boehner from his position, and of course that fell short of the 17 votes or so that were needed to force a second ballot and really make things interesting. This time around, it looks a lot more serious for leadership, and of course it's April, and these guys realize, these guys and gals who are these sort of exasperated House conservatives, unhappy with the direction of their conference, they are now organizing much earlier than they did last time around.
Who do they want? Who would they put in there or want in there?
Well, that's the $64,000 question. Who they really want is Jeb Hensarling, who's the financial services chairman from Texas. He checks off a lot of boxes for them, and they would love to be able to recruit him to be their sort of opposition leader. Mr. Hensarling has made it very clear publicly and privately that he wants nothing to do with that. Now, it's easy to say that when this thing is sort of in its infancy. If these conservatives wind up getting 40 or 50 people, ironclad commitments to vote against Speaker Boehner and look to put somebody else, volley somebody else into that leadership position, whether it's Speaker, Majority Leader, whatever, I think Mr. Hensarling would be very tempted by that, and so do some of his colleagues.
What about the argument about what Eric Cantor in there, give him a strong conservative or Tea Party type number 2? What about that?
Well, there's a lot of talk of that. A lot of folks realize, listen, a lot of these sort of Tea Party movement conservatives that have been elected in 2010 and 2012, they're not crazy about Eric Cantor, but they do realize that it would be very difficult to keep him from ascending to the speakership should they knock off John Boehner. So what a lot of what their focus is at this point is maybe trying to strike a deal with Eric Cantor, saying, look, we'll give you the votes you need to become Speaker of the House, but in exchange, you need to bring aboard a conservative lieutenant of our choosing. Those conversations are sort of intensifying right now.
Okay, weird stuff. Thank you very much, Tim. In the meantime,